Hey everybody, Paul Burry, family from the gaming, and with me is
Team Gamer.
and Peter will be here in just a moment. We're going to be doing a this is a FFG Reacts to a developer showcase. Supposedly Crash Bandicoot 4 is going to be announced.
Supposedly, so.
Everyone, you ready for some more indie
Well,
games?
it's been announced.
You ready for some more indie games? Because I sure ain't.
Well, we don't have to worry about indie games till after 10 Central.
Oh,
11 Eastern.
lovely.
8 Pacific.
That's like 9 our time.
No, wait. And they've changed it all around. First they said it was going to be 10 a.m. our time, then they said 9:30 our time, and now it's 9:40 our time, which actually is good because we were a little behind.
Probably they just reorganized what was what. Because what they showed on the website was probably an indie developer, but then Crash or Weasel was doing it, so that replaced the indie thing. And then now it's going to be Day of the Devs after.
Day of
That was supposed to be before, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be some kind of. What I said before was larger indie developers. Like large, you said that was like, oh, that was like Bungie. And
Yeah, they're
whatnot.
technically indie.
So that's what we were expecting, and then
We just have to wait.
it was like, then they're like, then when I went this morning and checked on, it was like Crash Bandicoot 4 announcement. I was like, wait, what? And other developers. Okay, they are changing like last minute.
Thanks.
You know, before we even.
I mean, didn't Crash...
Crash Bandicoot 4.
I mean, the racing game before. But now they're releasing a 4th one.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You can scoot over more when we get in.
Thought you knew all of the
I don't remember how many Crash games there were, honestly. I mean, I played some of them, but honestly, I never liked the Crash Bandicoot games or the gameplay personally. My opinion was they weren't that great back in the day, and so I didn't play a lot of them. I mean, you compare it to like the 3D Mario, where you're going in a 3D
It's nothing
world.
like that.
Crash was like a 2D side scroll, and sometimes like going away from the camera. It was also extremely obnoxious with lots of cheap hits. So
Lots of games like that. Mario has manufactured
yes, it does. As I've gone back and played Sunshine, I found many of them, maybe all of them. So hoping everyone's doing awesome out there. Hope you're having a great day.
Morning, night, wherever you be in the world.
Yeah, I'm taking some time off the day job to do this, so hope you all appreciate it. Hopefully there aren't too many copyrights like we did stuff Saturday, and our you know that monkey party game we did.
Did you not see the first thing? Did you really expect there wouldn't be copyrights?
Performance with composer Andrew. Yeah, well, what irritated me, and YouTube doesn't let us get any money for our hard work, even though we're doing this, we're transforming it. They're like, no, you can't get paid. The monkey game, like, there were 9 copyrights from the same person. I'm like, really? And so then the way we have to do it is maybe I can get 2 or 3 done a day to have YouTube mute them, and hope that YouTube doesn't like, well, you have to mute the entire sound. That would mute us as well. And they're like, well, all the money goes to this guy. You get nothing. Thank you for your hard work, content creator. Thank you for everything you did. And I'm going, wait, what? I should get something. I mean, I don't care if you give me 10%, but give me something. That's not fair. Anyway, I've ranted on something that doesn't really do with this developer showcase.
Yeah.
Summer Game Fest Edition.
I saw some guy that he's a music composer on the side, and he got copyrighted by his own music. He still got the money, but he got copyrighted by his own music.
Hey, do you think we're going to see that one guy, the obnoxious guy we don't like again?
Oh, is an NG off?
Maybe. That's good. We don't want too much of an echo. Our last one, I noticed we had an echo between that and this, and there's that lag. I've got to save money and purchase another device. See if maybe it won't give us the lag, or it might be that. I don't know. I mean,
Look, here's the first copyright.
probably. I've tried to lag that and it won't work. I've looked it up, and what the software says lags it doesn't lag it. Day of the Devs. He's got a freaky shirt back there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably turn it down. It's supposed to be loud. He has an electric guitar.
You got 15?
That's fine. Here, I can adjust it quicker.
And before it becomes hard metal. Out of nowhere.
He's not cranking.
Yeah.
You think he will crank?
Maybe.
Hey, if you think he'll crank, leave a chat and comment below. Coming up. Well, this was a valuable use of my vacation time.
Why didn't they just, have us play in the background?
I don't know. I mean, I don't mind watching the guys play, but I mean,
It's copyright, so that sucks.
probably. I mean, they're probably gonna grab it.
This is not like this when they have like the Sony and stuff. So
The orchestra there, yeah, I've seen that in 2083s. So Outer Wilds live performance. So is Outer Wilds the band name, a game name?
it's a game name. It is an indie game.
An indie game.
We do have access to.
Oh,
if you
okay.
ever want to play it. I don't know if
What's it about?
I don't know.
You're out in the wilds.
I know it's not it. That's about it.
Okay, I may have to mess with it, although I'm not so sure I want to stream it like I did with Trax train set game. Did anyone catch that stream last night, Trax? I mean, actually, I know there's like 100 people watching the Trax
A lot of
train
music
set game.
plays like most right now for me.
If you want to, I mean, if you want to step out.
Man,
I mean, you're not missing anything.
all I'm missing from music I can hear over there.
I wouldn't say I'm missing it, Bob. Do you know what quote that's from? Does anyone know the quote? No, I haven't read the review yet. I did delete Just Dance 2019 though, so that was like 15% of the hard drive. The wavering they're doing it's not some glitch. So y'all know if you're curious.
This is David Tagney, and we're about to play some Outer
What have you
Wilds.
been doing? Now he says they're gonna start playing. I guess they're tuning up the band. Doom.
I call this one the Symphony of Sweet Dreams.
He didn't say. He said we're playing some Outer Wilds. While they have Undertale-looking characters in the background. At least to me.
If it's retro on that, still must be.
Here said if it's retro and has a skull, it must be from Undertale. Yes, Crash 4 is coming.
Lovely.
Coming soon.
I'm already getting bored of this stupid music.
I was bored when it started.
Just give me that guitar and I'll just probably...
At least they're not crashing. They're the one that kept crashing and locking up. That was awesome.
Yes.
Y'all make me not want to play the game. Up there it says Outer Wilds. There is no "the" in front of it. Oh well.
And they slowed down and they started again.
Song 2. Maybe. So everyone coming by, this is kind of the intro part of this
Conference.
Day of the Devs video. We're doing a reacts to it. They're starting with some people playing music. I guess we could have started at like 10 or something, probably. Oh well. I really hope we don't have 15 minutes of them playing music. Okay. Alright. Oh. It's kind of hard to react to this music because there's not much to react to except falling asleep. Oh, wait, I just saw something.
What?
Their box has a 31 on it on the left side. Look at that, see when they light it up? 31. So that's box 31. Wait for the light, and you'll see the box has a 31 on it. It's the most exciting thing I've found thus far.
Lovely.
See 31.
31.
Every so often they have a light goes off.
Let me just rip down that 3. Let's just put a 2 there. 21.
Why?
Because 21 makes sense. 31 doesn't.
Oh. Oh, wait. Are they even playing? He just turned something and turned back on.
It's like he has like a shadow play. Like he was playing and then it was just...
Shadow played it. You killed the music again, buddy.
She's like, what are you doing?
Well, they have, I don't remember what all the equipment's called, but like synthesizers.
Yeah, and the thing to change the mute either from high to low.
Yeah, amps. And they adjust the sound and atomizers and neuralizers. And yeah, I'm just making stuff up right now. Because it's more entertaining than their in and out music. I did have to say something about the one that crashed all the time. Remember that? Now look what they're doing. Their audio's
Terrible.
it's just DDoSing out, I guess.
He's doing it.
Is he doing it on a keyboard now? Or piano?
Oh, that is like maybe a synthesizer or a keyboard. I'd like to welcome everyone to the FFG Reacts of the Crash Bandicoot 4 and other indie developer reveals. They started it out with
Terrible music.
this Outer
That's
Wilds
terrible.
live performance. So that's what's going on right now.
Terrible's infatuated.
It should hopefully be getting started soon, I hope. I mean, I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, we still got 12 minutes. Is there more?
12, 13. If I remember right, because I think the grass started at 10, wasn't it?
12 minutes.
Was it 10 or was it 9:50 or? Okay. Okay, you have music in your game. Got it.
Yeah.
Figured that out. We're very pleased for you. Bless your heart. Your mother must be so proud.
I don't really like this.
It almost sounds familiar. There really is only so many things you can do with music. So let's think of fun things that could happen in this video next that probably never will happen. I'm seeing the Honky Tonk Man come in here and crown both of these guys with guitar and then do his little honky tonk dance. Anyone want to see the Honky Tonk Man? If you do, leave a comment in chat below. If you don't, leave a comment in chat below. Be like, Yes, I want to see Honky Tonk Man, or no, I do not want to see the Honky Tonk Man. Hashtag Honky Tonk Man. I mean, how he's shutting it off. Like, he's not touching anything. He reaches for his guitar and it shut off. See that right there? And the guy should still be playing his, what is that, cello?
Maybe.
Is the big one a cello? Does anyone know?
It's either a violin or a cello.
Body violin.
Okay, a violin's much smaller. A violin you hold on your neck.
That's probably something else then.
So I think that's a, I don't know if it's a cello or something else. Does anyone in chat know what that is? That the musical instrument the guy has on the right side of the screen? Any clue? Any thoughts? I mean, I know I've got an electric guitar and they keep going in and out. Dun, dun, dun. So you still got the piano playing. Maybe he has it going in a loop or something.
Probably.
Oh, they're headbanging. Look at that.
Why this now?
Well, when they come up with ideas of what to do in this Day of the Devs, I guess this is an interesting idea. I don't ever remember some kind of small dev getting a musical time. I could be wrong about that, but I don't recall ever watching some devs. Like I remember watching orchestras at Sony's press conferences, maybe Microsoft's press conferences. I don't think Nintendo did any, I recall. Though the music going out constantly is a little concerning. Check some. Let's see, the device is going on. Do we need to check the device? It's all fine, it just keeps going out. How's that all fine?
Sounds like it's gonna lower the quality, but I seriously doubt it sounds.
Is it here?
Another guitar?
What does it say mute? Go over to where it says live. Where's this live? Where's this live? Where's this live?
Live.
No, the other live. What? Oh my gosh.
This one?
Dad.
What?
I think it says live at the bottom. On the left.
So, how are we hearing stuff that's not music?
I don't know. The less you think about it, the less your head will hurt.
Well, my head will stop hurting after this music stops playing.
He's playing a different guitar.
I got another guitar.
Whose idea was to put a drum on a guitar?
It's a guitar drum company. So now we're used to the 31. We've explored the scary skulls in Undertale. We've talked about Outer Wilds. We've talked about a live performance and a live reacts. So the guy on the left has gone all around, done all kinds of things. All the guy on the right has done is played that musical instrument, which we're still not sure what it is. So if anyone knows what it is, I've asked if is it a cello, but I don't know. So the guy on the right can play one thing, the guy on the left can play lots of things. He's a one-man band. Those are cool. Anyone ever see those one-man band things? It's like they would have like an accordion and like a keyboard, and they'd have like a kazoo, and they had clanging cymbals, and it was cool. Of course, every time I think of the clanging cymbals, like clap, clap, clap like that, I think of the monkey ones, the ones that had the monkeys, and they would sit there and do the cymbals. Those are pretty cool. I don't see those anymore. Yes, coming up very, very soon, we will be having the Crash Bandicoot 4 reveal. I was like hoping the lights would go out. They're like, we're done. Goodbye.
About 4 minutes.
Right, but they don't have an intro on the other one. Maybe. I can hope for an intro. We had an intro today, a 5-minute intro. Maybe it was 4:37. It was close to 5. Has he got a banjo now?
Where's Kazooie?
We should have brought one of our kazoos and been able to blow it. You got one? We're gonna help this music out. Reminds me of all them bluegrass CDs I previewed. People ask me, why? Just why? I don't
It would
know.
be just fine if a cat just ruined the whole scene.
Peter found his kazoo to go with banjo.
It really doesn't mix well with it. There's like 0 to 100. It's just like it's just. There's no way to solve the kazoo.
There you go, that'll solve it. You just gotta keep it going constantly.
Oh. Hey.
This is Jeff Keighley. We are
Oh, hey.
a minute away from the reveal of Crash 4. Before we get to that, I want to thank Outer Wilds for that incredible musical performance. Crash is coming right up. Alf, yes, that Alf will be joining
Alf
us.
is joining
We
us.
also have Day of the Devs,
Bro, where's
produced
Hallmark?
by Double Fine and I Am 8-Bit. Look at a ton of interesting, progressive, artistic, independent games across the entire game industry.
Gang
We see
beasts.
first look trailers. Hey guys, it's Jeff Keighley. We are a minute away from
This
the
was designed
reveal
well.
of
2 people are talking at
Crash
once.
4, but I
And
think
add me
that's
onto it,
why
it's
we
3.
got Outer Wilds for that content in musical performance. But right now, Crash things are is getting coming right started. up. Alf, the yes, reveal, that Alf and will be first joining look us. at We also Crash have 4. Day of the Devs, produced by Double Fine and I Am 8-Bit. Look at progressive, artistic, independent games across the
Do we have 2 running?
first look trailers.
I believe so.
Hey guys, it's Jeff Keighley. Welcome to Summer Game Fest. We've got a great
Yeah, I
show
had Twitch
kicking
boot
off
up
this
still.
week for you. I'm
one?
really excited to be doing yet another week of video game announcements. And one of the things.
Here we go. Sorry about the other one.
I've got an extra special package for Geff.
Geff. Geff.
Geo.
Geo.
Beth, Keglegs. Just messing with you. Jeff Keighley. Come on.
Oh yeah, he
out.
was hilarious.
Not this again. I'm in the middle of a live stream right now.
He was messing up his name.
This guy always
Jeff.
crashing my
Jeff.
shows.
Geo.
I'm going to see
Geo
what this
off.
is, but let me tell you, it better be worth it. Crash, I really don't want the dirt that you have on Cortex.
No, no. This is the Crash 4 trailer.
Real?
For real.
Fur.
Well, it's about time.
Exactly.
Oh, hello.
Crash Bandicoot, you banished me to the past. But all it did was give me more time to plan your doom.
Ooh.
It's all about time.
It's about time. For a totally new game. Funk Soul Brother. Now. Soul Brother. Now. Funk Soul Brother.
These rapids.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. New worlds. Looks like
Water scene.
Ratchet and Clank areas.
You get chased by a
Yeah.
T-Rex.
Replace the boulder with a dinosaur. But
You can play as and play as her probably.
I can
Okay.
play as her and some other.
Yeah. It's about new insanity. Funk Soul Brother. Oh, selfie. Nice.
Is it blind?
It's about one pen time.
How many times have you beaten this clown anyway? 3. Really? Only 3? Funny.
Totally tubular skins. PS4, Xbox.
That's
will you
right.
switch
There's
over?
the big news. Crash for a brand new Crash game. It is coming this October. And right now I am joined by Paul from Toys for Bob to tell us about the brand new Crash game. Paul, we have been
Hey, it's
waiting
another
for
Paul.
so long for something new
Hi.
for Crash. Of
I always
course,
like seeing
Activision has
Pauls.
done some amazing remasters of the Crash trilogy and CTR, but this is a brand new Crash game built from the ground up.
That's right. It's hard to believe, but it's been over 10 years since we've seen an original new entry into the series. So I'm delighted to finally unveil this secret that we've been sitting on for
You
a
swap
while.
characters
Brand
mid-level.
new Crash 4. It's about time.
Time
It's
freeze.
It's a play
She's
on
probably
the
got time
fact
freeze.
that we've been waiting for so long, but also it's a game that's literally about time.
Yeah, I want to get into it because the trailer is filled with so
I think
much
I'm freeze time,
information.
too.
I mean, playable Neo Cortex, Coco, Crash, but I'm curious, like what you guys had worked on, the remasters of Crash, but now to start with a new game, there's I'm sure so much trepidation about like what's going to be a worthy, follow-on, calling it Crash 4. How did you guys approach this? Like, what kind of game did you want
Crash
to build?
game.
Yeah, I guess the first thing is we asked ourselves where did we want to start? And though technically this is the 8th game in this series, all of the fan reception that was coming out of the Insane trilogy, we wanted to go back to the original trilogy and start from that. We're deliberately calling this Crash 4 because we want to key it off of the original trilogy that was developed by Naughty Dog. And that was certainly a high point in the series, both critically and commercially. And so that's where the events are going to key off of. We're starting right at the end of that when Dr. Neocortex, Entropy, and Uku Uku have been banished to this distant planet, and they finally found a way, after many fruitless attempts, they found a way to break out. And in doing so, they've torn this gigantic hole in the universe and exposed the fact that there's a multiverse. So it's going to be up to the Bandicoots, Crash and Coco, to restore that order by reuniting the 4 great quantum masks.
The gameplay style, I think a lot of people were probably wondering, hey, Crash in 2020, how much of it is the more linear classic Crash levels, and of course now like we wonder like is it an open world Crash game? How are you doing it? Like tell us about balancing kind of the old style of gameplay, which is certainly not broken. We love it, versus the tendency to do new styles of gameplay. Based on the trailer, it looks like you're being kind of still faithful to
there. I was gonna go, why
the
are you not
original
moving?
style of Crash versus making it some big 3D open world. But is that correct? Like how did you approach the actual style of the gameplay?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I think what we've heard was that people have found that style of gameplay to be really refreshing to return to, and so we wanted to key off of that. And when we observed some of the other games and platforms and how they've evolved over time, you're totally right. They've gone to a place where they're a little bit more open in nature, and as a consequence, the challenges and things that you interact with are a little bit more sparse and spread out. It encourages exploration, and maybe there's a little bit more focus on collection and combat. But when we think about classic Crash gameplay, it's dense and it's focused, and it's really the streams of hazards and the challenges, the platforming challenges, they come and there's almost a rhythmic quality to it and how reliable it is. And I know that for me, when I learn a level and I understand the nuance of the timing and the placement of all the different hazards, you can enter into a sort of flow state when you understand that kind of musicality.
Multiple playable characters. How are you doing that? Is it kind of like by level, or how, like we saw Coco and Neo playable in there? How does that work sort of in the scheme of the gameplay?
So Crash and Coco, you're going to be able to choose between them at any point in time, and they share the same moveset. Over the course of the adventure, you're going to encounter some new friends, some familiar faces, and you're right, there's going to be some new playable characters. We're teasing today Dr. Neo Cortex. He's got a completely different moveset from Crash and Coco. So where the Bandicoots kind of barrel through and they've got the ability to spin and slide and belly slam, Dr. Neo Cortex is he's a little bit more of a cerebral character. He's a mad scientist, he's got inventions, and he relies on his intellect. So he's got a ray gun that he carries around with him. And that ray gun has the ability to transmogrify hazards and enemies into platforms. And he can choose between changing them into a static solid platform or a bouncy platform that gives him access to higher elevations. So his gameplay and the levels that are built specifically for his moveset is going to be a completely different flavor. It's going to be a little bit more strategic, a little bit more cerebral, and I think players are going to have to be a little bit more thoughtful about when to encounter a hazard, whether or not to change it into a platform, and what type of platform they're going to need at that point in the obstacle.
Wow, it seems ambitious that you're adding more elements to it, and then also you mentioned the masks. How do those work?
So the quantum masks, there's 4 of them in this game, and over the course of the adventure, they're scattered across the universe. We're going to have to rescue them from the clutches of certain bosses, both familiar and new. The quantum mask, 2 of them that we're talking about today, is the time mask and the gravity mask.
You had it.
And masks in this franchise, they've got a lot of personality. They've got their own names and their own voices and their own powers. So the time mask, her name is Kapunawa. And when Crash uses Kapunawa, he's got the ability to slow down time to a crawl. So for obstacles that are beyond, just way too fast to interface with at normal speeds, he's going to be able to slow things down and then get past those obstacles. And in addition to that, he'll be able to get past nitro crates, which have traditionally been a one-hit, one-kill type of thing. But with the power of time, he's going to be able to slow things down, trigger that explosive, and then get out just barely before that explosion obliterates everything in its path. The second mask is the gravity mask, and his name is Ika Ika. So when Crash dawns on Ika Ika, he's going to be able to flip the direction of gravity and walk on the top of ceilings, walk upside down underneath platforms to get past impossible obstacles.
I'm really excited to play this, and again, I was playing Crash back when the original PlayStation first came out. Activision's done a great job with the remasters, but to have a totally new game, I think, is what everyone was hoping.
That's kind of cool,
and bringing it to life. So, congrats for doing this, and thanks for doing it even from a work from home situation. It's awesome to see, and can't wait to get to play it later this year.
Thanks for having me. It's a great pleasure, and I think it's an exciting time for games, and I'm so glad that we could reintroduce Crash, a new version and a new adventure at this time.
All right, there you have it, Crash 4. We've got Day of the Dead
so it's actually Crash
coming up
8,
shortly, but right now we're going to introduce you to Summer Game Fest tech correspondent. He is joining us from lockdown, and I'm really excited.
I like this guy better than the other guy.
Please give a warm welcome to Alf. Alf,
Where are you
how is
hiding
your
all of
lockdown
them?
going?
You want to talk lockdown? I'll give you lockdown. For the past 30 years, I've spent every day hiding from the United States government. So I've got some stay-at-home gaming tips for Summer Game Fest. Are you ready? Here they are.
There's a TV show
Tip
called
number
Alf
one.
that was
Clean off all
Alien
the
Life
fur
Form.
from your controller every 20 minutes. Because there's nothing worse than getting your analog sticks jammed up
80s
with
and
hair.
90s.
Okay? That's a good one. Tip
There
two.
probably already was.
Don't charge your controller in the microwave. Bad idea. Learn that one the hard way. Tip number 3. Don't play Warzone with E.T. All right? He cheats, he's a sore loser, and he doesn't know how to use airstrikes. Just doesn't understand it. Okay. Tip 4. Don't wear pants. Embrace the freedom.
Yeah, he didn't wear pants.
And with that, it's time to raid someone's stream.
No, Alf, we've got a
Right,
whole
someone's stream.
Day of the Devs thing still to go. We are certainly not done yet.
Oh, I think you've been done ever since that Doritos segment. Can I get some F's in chat for Kaylee's career?
Not Kaylee, Alf. But thanks. Summer Game Fest tech correspondent, Alf. Thanks for joining us, Alf. We'll see you a little later. Right now, though, we have a special announcement about something coming new to Smite.
It was nice to see him back, too.
I get some F's in the chat for his career. Pompeii. Oh no. Avatar?
Yes.
This world is in trouble.
Wait, is that the
We can't
fire?
let this happen.
Dude,
Yes.
They need our help.
Avatar, Smite.
Wait, they're going into the Smite?
Yep.
Keep kidding. They're just adding Hulu.
All right, coming up next is Day of the Devs, but I understand, Alf, you wanted to come back on the stream already.
Since I have to stream for 24 hours on Twitch to become a partner, I might as well burn a few more minutes now.
Okay, what did you have in mind, Alf?
I want to talk to you about your fancy game consoles. Because on Melmac, we were far more advanced in gaming technology. When I attended Reform School, I majored in software development, where I created what you Earthlings call Hatsune Miku. And no, it's not a sake.
Alf, we've got Day of the Devs coming up. Did you
Domino's
catch the
Pizza.
So I have to admit, I was a little confused last week when I was watching the PlayStation 5 stream and I saw everybody oohing and eyeing about all those fancy graphics. All right, now, don't get me wrong. The cat in Stray looked very nice.
He likes to eat
So
cats.
realistic, I could almost smell the barbecue sauce. You guys might think Horizon Forbidden West and Gran Turismo 7 look great. Ha! Ha! On Melmac, our cave paintings had more pixels. And in our version of Grand Theft Auto, you actually did real time. Yeah. So I still have 3 stars above my head in the Andromeda Galaxy, just to let you know. I hope you guys keep improving your games, and one day, when the fur technology is good enough, maybe I will finally make my triumphant return to video games. Now, if you have any ideas, my DMs are always open. At least as soon as my account is unsuspended. Now it's time for the Day of the Devs Developer Showcase, looking at a series of inspiring new independent games. Enjoy the show and the rest of Summer Game Fest.
Probably.
Recording the audio.
Oh, Alpha's great.
Well, they're dead spider-webs. And then I'm starting the video. So I'm starting the video, so you don't start the video. Saying this at me so I can do the clap. Okay? Got me, man? Ready? Okay, now don't press start.
Oops.
Okay, ready?
Did he make Undertale?
Okay.
No,
action.
that's not Toby Fox.
Oh, okay.
It's the same things that were in the
I
beginning.
know, but what are they? And
Hello there. Caught me airing out my
He seems
skulls.
familiar.
I need to have them all ready for the big Day of the Devs Summer Games Fest. We're going to be showing a lot of cool games today, and you need the skulls to be at optimum performance. Alright, I think we're set. This is a child's skull.
Okay. Double Fine. So I am 8-bit.
Hello and welcome to the Day of the Dev Summer
Double
Game
Fine.
Fest Showcase. We're going to be showing you some great indie games today and letting you meet the developers. Day of the Devs is a show we've been doing in San Francisco for many years now, and this is a special summer edition coming right into your quarantined home for your safety. Before we get started with this show, we're going to take a look at the work of a group called Gameheads in Oakland, who we've been showcasing at Day of the Devs for a few years, and they do fantastic work, so check them out and think about donating.
Yeah, no.
Hey everybody, this is Damon Packwood. I am the executive director and co-founder of Gameheads. So Gameheads provides tech training to low-income students of color ages 15 through 25. We teach game design, development, and DevOps. But most importantly, we are committed to creating the next generation of diverse video game developers. We're trying to change the game, quite literally. So today we want to show off some games that we're very proud of. The first up is Serpent Showdown.
Well, this looks stupid.
Serpent Showdown is a lighthearted 3D arena fighting game.
Maybe.
It's created by
what was it?
Called Persuasion Games.
The
They're
PS1,
headquartered at
the
USC.
Toki
The
something
team comes from a diverse
3D,
range of backgrounds
on the
and
original
backgrounds.
PlayStation.
We're very proud.
Battle
that three
Arena
of our
Toki
students
shit
are
in
on
or
this
something.
team.
Kind of reminds me of that. It's just doesn't quite match the graphics of an original PlayStation game.
Next up is Trigger.
Trigger? Oh no.
Shooter?
Trigger is a bullet hell mixed with a color matching game.
So you have to match colors
It's
to
an
kill.
80s inspired aesthetic arcade console experience.
I think I've heard about this. It sounded really obnoxious.
It looks like it is.
You have to constantly change your colors to survive.
This was developed by one of our students, Joseph Hooker. It's an excellent game, plays really
Background's
well.
hideous.
Really dope, and it's obviously a lot of fun.
Acquired taste.
So be on the lookout for that one.
Yay!
The group Z.
Browns. Dodgeball?
Why do I think this is going to end bad?
Dodgeball in the hood? Look at those, like, is it?
The spot dodge from Dragon Ball?
No, I didn't. I was just trying to figure out the slow movement. Like, see how they're, like,
Watch some dodges.
It's got a great soundtrack, some really funny voiceover. It's created by an all-black male team. Shout out to Tiati Suarez, Jovan Smith, Xavier Ward, Yaku Herring, and Tabari.
I don't think I'll play that.
Yeah.
I mean, if they pay me, I'll play it, but otherwise, no.
Nope. Just nope.
So that's it for me.
Bye.
Be on the lookout for
I won't
more
miss you.
information.
Hey, hello,
on
Paulo.
On
Hi.
social media.
Hey, how you doing?
G'day, mate.
We're doing our reacts to this Crash Bandicoot 4 in indie game dev. So she is Italian.
Italian, mate.
I don't know any Italian words. Do you know any Italian words?
Or as a student,
Spaghetti.
you should find more information on that.
Spaghetti.
We don't know a lot of Italian. I'm very
Spaghetti.
sorry about that.
You're going to want to turn up the volume for this next one. It's from a developer called Beethoven and Dinosaur.
Is
out of
DiGiorno?
Melbourne,
Is that
and Annapurna
Italian?
Interactive.
No.
It's just plain badass.
Oui,
It
oui.
was created by a real-life rock star.
Yeah, that's
with
French.
studded jackets named Johnny Galvatron.
Sorry, we're ignorant to
personal.
Italian.
It's just so
Yeah.
fucking cool. Seriously, turn up the volume. You will
Turn
not
up the
regret it.
volume. Turn up the volume. The Artful Escape by Beethoven and Night Dinosaur.
A game by...
I would never have thought those two would mix, personally. Hit it!
My name's Johnny Galvatron from Beethoven and Dinosaur. And right now we're going to show you the video game that we've been jamming on.
What's that, Space?
It's about a teenage guitar prodigy who embarks on a journey to...
This kinda looks cool.
his stage persona. It's called The Artful,
Artful Escape.
It's artful.
Get it? Because it's artful.
Because you're escaping.
Yep.
Stuff gets pretty far out, but our story begins on
Squirrel.
Earth.
Squirrel!
There's a squirrel.
Look at all those.
In
Look at that.
Calypso,
One
Colorado,
squirrel.
where Francis Vendetti is on the eve of his first live performance.
So before he performs, he wants to climb a tree?
Francis is the nephew of legendary folk icon Johnson Vendetti, who's kind of like this universe's Bob Dylan.
Who?
In these opening chapters of the game, we're introduced to Francis's hometown, the staggering
joking.
legacy
I know
of his
Bob Dylan
uncle's
is
fame,
having fun.
the impossible expectations of his fans.
Kazoo time.
Is he some like Beatles singer?
Many of the townspeople have opinions,
No, he
even
was some
memories
rocker, but
of Johnson Vendetti. And they'll offer you advice, history,
He's kind of like
ill omens.
Ozzy now, you know. So messed up from all the drugs he took. Yeah.
Or Cobain.
Well, I mean, Dylan only survived.
It's here, exploring Calypso, that Francis begins to suspect that things are not as they seem. Now, it gets cosmic pretty quickly for Francis in the pursuit of his new stage persona, and we join him in the world of Glimmerdale, searching for a jazz club that never appears in the same place twice.
Well, and how do people go to it? I mean, that's stupid.
They have them down.
I'm not big on jazz, personally.
Out in the cosmic extraordinary, Francis can jam on
Is
his
he running
guitar
on water?
at any time, using it
Probably.
to hover through the air, knee slide down slopes,
that?
and interact with a musical world.
A nice crab.
I guess it could be ice.
Hello, chef.
The
Aye.
different dimensions of the Artful Escape are alive with creatures and foliage
Chef
that will harmonize with
is
your
excited
guitar.
for Skate 4,
Ah.
which was on the EA one.
Yeah.
We
Well, thank
wanted
you
the
for watching
shredding
our
of the
EA
game
FFG
to feel
Reacts.
powerful, effortless. The same way some games depict.
We've already seen
master
Crash,
of
and we've seen
combat.
Alf. Alf is awesome, by the way. Alf is amazing. Alf was great. I hope Alf comes back soon. Now they're showing us some indie games that are pretty cool looking, actually.
Francis uses a musical language to communicate with the interfaces and creatures.
We've seen some
and
lame
lines of
games,
emotions.
and then this one's kind of
sometimes with jazz
interesting.
harmonies like this.
I mean, it'd probably be an hour or two of entertainment, and then you're done. We're playing Simon Says with a
Monster.
plant thing. A musical plant creature.
And sometimes with staggering
A plant
cosmic
brontosaurus.
wild things.
Mothra! We have Mothra.
You can customize many aspects of Francis's persona, including his stage name, what planet he's from, discuss your backstory, and, of course, change your stage costume. The Artful Escape is a loving mishmash of rock operas and adventure games and guitar solos. It's been
That's
a
an
journey
interesting
to
mixture.
create, and we can't wait for the final act. Thanks so much for
Rock
watching.
operas
That's
and
all we've got
adventure
right now.
games.
Except
Never
for
thought
this.
those two would come together. Oh, you're on a turtle that's sort of flying. I don't know what the thing is in the background. I mean, I'd be willing to play the Artful Escape. They won't have to pay me to play it. But if they want to pay me, I won't complain.
So we've been curating Day of the Devs for 8 years now, and it's been
Hey,
amazing to see
G-Rig.
the growth of the indie scene.
Hi. Bryce C.
I think you'll see that here with this
Ricky.
next game from Frozen Byte, Starbase, and it's like an amazing, huge, gigantic
Starbase?
game.
Starbase sounds familiar.
Hello, I'm Pip.
And I'm Kai.
And we're from Frozen Byte and have been working on
Ah,
Starbase.
Starbase. Bring back Pip, please. Don't go out there. There's no air. Frozen Byte. Frozen Byte sounds familiar.
Starbase is our upcoming space MMO set in a universe of vast scale, where everything is fully destructible.
Well, someone has Stormtrooper aim.
In Starbase, Starbase, the players can use their own creativity to design and build their own spaceships, stations, factories, and more. Since the smallest building unit is a single bolt, even the small ships are made of thousands
This reminds me of
parts
the game we played
with their
for.
own detailed damage
Remember we
model.
got paid to play, where you're building your own ships and vehicles.
I thought you were talking about the crappy one that I
No.
got out of math.
No. No, I'm talking about the one that we had to build our own ship. You had to sit there and figure out how to build everything.
And destroy in ways where every single tiny detail matters.
We put the best positive spin on we could. There's a hole in your ship. There's a couple holes in your ship. So we build stuff and then blow it up with other people, okay?
However, damaged ship controls don't necessarily mean that the journey is over.
Build a new one. Are we a robot?
If reconnecting pipes and cables won't solve your flight issues, you can manually adjust the thruster and generator values in
There's
the
so many
and
buttons.
continue on with your journey.
Which one should I push first?
Hit the blue one. Wait, they're all blue.
Since Starbase is an MMO, player interaction
Oh,
is a big
MMO.
part of the game's experience. You can build and design
We can
ships
stand there and
together,
dance.
sell your designs to others, go on a mining trip.
Oh, look, you can mine the... Knowing my luck, I'd be mining some ice asteroids
Or
when I
attack
attack.
somebody else's ship and steal their cargo.
Ooh. That looks bad.
You can form factions, build huge capital stations, and engage in massive fleet battles and try to conquer the universe together.
Ow, you sunk my starship. Oh, you can stand the ship and shoot. That's kind of cool. Guardian down. Dude, you see that gravity change?
Yeah.
Peter.
Just the
They're
gravity.
they're fighting. Third person shooter, and then they just go up on the ceiling and start shooting people.
You just see that dude that was on that trolley? Just going down?
The Starbase universe is infinitely expanding, and players can venture out to discover stations, asteroid
If it's
fields,
already out,
wreckage
then-
from previous battles, and they might encounter fellow travelers.
Anyone starting now, be
or
way
even
behind.
unknown dangers.
How Ark is. It's kind of how Ark is.
Yeah.
Ark from almost nothing.
Uh-oh.
You can even try your luck at being the first one to reach one of the faraway moons.
What makes it hard?
City.
Need more input. That's feet. I mean, that's potential.
Starbase will be coming out on Steam Early Access later this year. If you're interested in following the development progress or trying
Well, it's
out
not
the
out
game
yet.
in its closed alpha stage, join our Discord server at discord.gg/starbase.
Yeah, no, thank you.
And don't
I'm
forget
fine.
to wishlist the game on Steam.
But Pip was nice.
This next one is a collision of so many familiar trappings done oh so well. It's a retro-modern genre visual mashup. It's from Big Blue Bubble out of
Ontario, Canada.
It just features some of the coolest, most beautiful sprite animation you've seen in a while, especially that boss battle you're about to see. Ugh. It's awesome.
I'm Neha from Big Blue Bubble, and we made
Foregone.
Foregone. Oh, it's got blood.
I don't know. It's got blood. I said it's the most amazing art I've ever seen. I'm kind of questioning it.
Foregone is a fast and fluid 2D action platformer packed with loot and a retro pixel art.
Yeah, I don't know if I like
In
this at all.
Foregone, you'll slice your way through
Probably
hordes of
too.
enemies and collect an arsenal
Probably.
of powerful weapons, all the while unraveling the mysteries
If it's
of the
reviewed.
entity known
Or,
as the Herald.
yeah.
Callaghan's
Rated.
first
Sorry, it's rated.
when it was still a kingdom.
That's a really boss. Cool.
Foregone has been a passion project here at the studio for the last few years. After making mobile games for the better part of a decade, we wanted to make something that reminded us of classic games we grew up with.
Sure does.
Ah. Took that like a boss. Looks like a machine gun.
Yeah, it does.
We took cues from innovative games like Dead Cells to create a modern take on classic pixel platformers by using 3D animation to create a 2D experience that feels great to play.
I think she says it feels great to play, but how do I know? And she gone.
Inspired by classic games such as Prince of Persia and
Castlevania,
we wanted Foregone to be a handcrafted adventure that players would progress through while unraveling a compelling story.
Do you have so many bullets only or something?
We were also inspired by games like Diablo, where your character progresses through the game by
Not
discovering rare
Diablo.
loot that helps you defeat mobs of enemies across the world. Early access on the FFG store, we've focused on expanding the scope of Foregone. Most recently with our June update, which introduces an
I doubt this is one I'll play.
Probably not. Filled with new hordes of enemies
I mean, if they...
and 2 new bosses.
Bird, you are my prisoner. If they pay me to play, I'll play it, but otherwise, no. Downward dog.
They just jumped into that.
Yeah.
Are they trying to die?
Possibly. I thought maybe they'd beat this boss after losing the other boss, but... I think they got this boss. Yep. They got that boss. Yeah, picking up stuff like you would with, like I said, like Diablo.
What else we have in store as we lead up to our launch on Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox this October.
Switch, PlayStation, Xbox.
Next up is a psychedelic, furious, art-driven platformer, which is a real meeting of minds from art to code to music. It's real fun to stare at the melty, trippy graphics of this game. Allow me to introduce.
I call those a migraine maker.
Oh, this one's E.
Queen Bee. Queen Bee sounds right. You're fine, you're fine. Jesse Jacobs presents.
It don't sound like another Adventure Time game.
It does kind of like Adventure Time. Play a white block. I don't know.
Yeah.
Colors are alive.
I'm not touching
hungry
that.
for bench flesh.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Collect your babies. Use them to bash bosses to bits.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree. Not my thing.
Hi, my name is Jesse Jacobs, and I'm the creator
Yeah,
of
where do I
Speech
get
in
the
partnership
ideas
with
from?
D&D
From
Games.
got that wall.
Spinch is a psychedelic platformer game based on my artwork.
Lovely.
You play as a Spinch, and you're on a mission to collect your missing babies.
I bet no one buys your artwork.
Because it may seem cool, but Spinch babies are used as ammo against the bosses. In this age of mass production, art plays a very valuable role, and Spinch was created to reflect these values.
Oh, that looks tight.
Hey, I'm James Kirkpatrick. I made all the songs and the action sounds for the game Spinch. I used a modified circuit band toys, instruments I made myself.
Okay.
Lovely.
So you use retro sounds too. Bench on Steam and Switch. Seems to fit those places well.
Next up is Inglet from Nifless. They've been making games for over a decade, like Nit, and they made this beautiful audiovisual soundscape that is a platformer with no platforms.
Hi, I'm Simon Stålhanske, and I'm the colleague of Nifless, who's the sole developer on Inglet. Nifless is known for working on games such as Knud Underground, Ernog, and Affordable Space Adventures. Both of us are from the small Copenhagen-based studio Triple Topping Games in
Denmark.
Yinglet.
Yinglet.
Wow.
In Inglet, you jump between bubbles that float in the sky like you're a space dolphin.
Yeah, you love Denmark.
I'm a space dolphin.
I already don't like this game.
And all the while you melt into a highly reactive and dynamic soundtrack created by Inglet's custom and needlessly complicated music software.
Okay. That's good to know.
I just know.
I'm not gonna play it.
Inglet is a platformer with absolutely no platforms. If you aren't resting in a bubble for a moment, you'll be doing acrobatic dashing, bouncing, and rail riding to keep from plunging into
I think plunging into the void is something I'll be doing a lot of.
Difficulty is fluid in Inglet. With the granular difficulty settings, you can find the level of challenge that suits you.
Pencil drawn
dynamic
squid.
save points. You decide whether to stop, take a little break and set a respawn point, or whether to blast daringly through the level, putting everything on the line.
This is one of those games that I come back from. I'm like, why?
Why do they even try?
Why did you do this?
Inglet has Copenhagen blood in its veins.
Really?
Each level in Inglet is based on a location in the capital of Denmark, where
Where
our
they
studio
are.
is also based.
Denmark. It makes
And in
sense.
each
France,
level,
Denmark.
you'll need to find one of your little friends and help them get home.
Some indie games are hit and some are miss.
It's like this one.
Inglet also has lightning storms,
back.
lots of achievables, an upside down world, extra mini levels, and lots of railroad tracks. A non-platformer to look forward to if you really like platformer games.
Our next game is called Skate Story,
Skate
and I know what
Story.
you're
That sounds
thinking.
familiar.
EA Motive just announced the sequel to Skate, but Skate Story is nothing like that, except it has the same reverence for real-world skateboarding, but it gets weird. It gets real
Well,
weird.
Chef, here comes
Let's
the
see what I
skate game.
Hi, I'm Sam May. I'm a game developer here in New York City, and I'm making Skate Story, the game.
Skate Story is a game
Yeah,
about
we did.
skating down into the underworld.
You play as a glass skater trying to reach the center of the underworld.
Right, I'm gonna step out of here right back.
The world of Skate Story is filled with beautiful architecture that sprawls out in every direction. There are 9 layers underneath New York City, each of them governed by a sentient moon. You'll meet weird characters like hooded demons or rusty frogs, and you'll talk to the moons in the sky. I'm trying to show skateboarding in a different sort of light. I want to skate across beautiful, otherworldly structures and kickflip over a forgotten god's statued head. I grew up playing a lot of the classic skateboarding games, like Tony Hawk, riding around the warehouse in the school for hours, or Skate, or Ollie Ollie, or even new indies such as Session or Skater XL. The control scheme of Skate Story is a weird mix between all of my favorite skate games.
In Skate Story, you have to shift your weight before you do tricks. So, for example, in real life, in a kickflip, you have to kind of position your foot over here before you flick the board to do a kickflip. So, I hope that in Skate Story, you actually see how it mirrors real life skateboarding. I'm still working on the game, and hopefully you like what you see. Thanks for watching.
Alright, next up is a game that exploded on Kickstarter recently called Black Book, a deck-building adventure game set in kind of a Slavic folklore setting.
Hello, I'm Vladimir Beletsky from Martyoshka, the studio behind Black Book. Black Book is a story of a young witch who just recently received her knowledge of dark arts. With her, you will travel across mythical, authentic landscape of 19th century Eastern Europe and encounter mythical creatures. Some of them
Time my shoelace.
not so much.
Worry about that later. So you said a witch occult game?
How to become a witch? Yeah, no thank you.
Why would I want to become evil?
The game is built around true Slavic folklore short stories called Belichki in the native tongue.
I think I'll pass on this one. Kind of reminds me of that Child of Light. Probably.
In these stories, people tell about allegedly true meetings with spirits and demons. These stories, along with the real region of Cherden, inspired us to create a setting where people coexist and sometimes even meet with otherworldly beings, some
Not
of which
family
were
friendly.
before referenced in
Yuck.
folklore culture.
Disgusting. Probably am.
You know, I want some Christian games.
At its core, Black Book is a deck-building RPG similar to Slay the Spire.
They say it's an
mixed with
RPG.
old-school
Yeah, right.
games.
Probably is. It's probably like Children of Light or whatever was a Child of Light.
Who told me I don't want to go in there?
Yeah, summoning demons, bad idea. Very, very bad.
Yes, very bad.
We took extra care to make sure that the core gameplay supports our narrative, and the narrative itself is as authentic as possible. Belichki has their own structure, has their own goals, and we try to convey that in our game. We feel that the unique Slavic setting and its lore
really
have
dark
great
looking,
moments
too.
when it comes
Yeah,
to
it
role
is.
playing.
It's terrifying. I definitely see this one being an M. 100%.
On the SRB, they can give it a T. Give it a T. even on the system that gets a rating.
We even went as far as to employ the help of professional ethnographers and folklorists to help us build an in-game encyclopedia and Bleachko adaptation. The genre of Bleachki, as well as Russian folklore in general, are underrepresented in folklore media.
Yeah, and so Christian games are very underrepresented, but I'm not seeing you all produce any of those.
You can build your own deck of spells, encounter mythical creatures, and you will reveal all the mysteries of the Black Book.
Okay.
Moving on, hopefully soon. Okay. Still not moving on.
For us, Black Book is both a game and
Of course
a
it is.
cultural statement. We hope to show that niche folklore from all over the world can inspire, bring suspense and emotions to gamers even today.
That's nice.
You know, I've been writing about this for 15 years. They're always trying to proselytize their beliefs, and they sit there and slam us Christians for just talking about our
This next
faith
game is
and
all
our
about teaming
relationship
up
with
with your
Jesus
friends
Christ.
to defend a village of vegetable pals from being eaten by wee beasties from the outside.
I feel him in his hair
It's made by
dilemma
the
right now.
massive
I
flood.
get the same
They were
problem
really good
sometimes.
friends of ours
Just
at Double
wants to
Fine,
stick
and
straight
actually
up in
helped
the
us
back.
out
See
along
that?
Psychonauts 2 in the early days. This is
Drake Hollow.
Hey, my name's Forrest Dowling, and I am the creative director on
What's your
Drake
dog's name?
Hollow, and this is Lou. Who will
Hey,
not
Lou.
pestering me because she hears me talking.
I like Lou.
so she
Anyone else
gets
like Lou?
to for this.
You like Lou?
Drake Hollow is
Raven.
being made by the Molasses
Lou cool?
Flood, a company I co-founded a number of years ago, and we're best known for
I remember the Flame of the Flood.
which was our only title thus far.
It was easy to die.
But I'm here today to talk about Drake Hollow.
Everyone's right here.
Yeah, we saw some of this.
Oh, I remember this.
Right. Who got the chest?
She was
Who can it?
defending her town.
We call it an adventure action village building game. So I think today.
Yeah, I remember this game. We've seen this one too.
I'm gonna go try and find that lighthouse. When we started working on this, we had previously worked on a pretty hardcore survival game, and what I wanted to try is just making a game that explored a lot of the same ideas, but it wasn't so much about you surviving as it is about you taking care of something and helping.
Is that a
it
greenhouse?
survive.
I like greenhouses.
Yep.
It's a game about taking care of things.
What are those
And that's
things?
where the concept of the Drakes came about.
I don't
They're
know,
sort
but
of
I
the
don't
heart
like
of
it.
them. They're these kind of charming little vegetable goblin creatures.
Vegetable
that,
goblins.
are kind of dopes. Like they need your help. They need you to build them places to sleep and provide food to eat and entertainment for them.
So it's like Viva Pinata, but you defend it?
Looks like our drakes could use a little more entertainment. Let's see what I can build them.
Straight to the disco floor.
Of course.
Build it?
Right.
There you go.
It's your masterpiece.
Mhm. Oh, are you gonna dance? Oh yeah.
So the vegetable goblin's dancing.
So your job is to do all those things that you take care
Dance,
of.
I say.
And you can bring along your friends for help as well. So if you want to play co-op, you certainly can. And it's a really big part of the game. It's something that's been one of the pillars since we conceived it.
Alright, Tesla coils, do your thing.
Side, little buddy.
So multiplayer, you can have friends help you fight the ugly creatures attacking.
Oh. Maybe I should. Oh no, I'm out of decoys. That's true. That's fair. I just scared too.
She just
Oh
sweared.
no.
Yeah, I didn't catch it.
Figure about
Sorry
it.
about the bad language.
Right in the middle of combat. There you go.
Did you catch swearing? Peter's already lost complete interest. Looks like the game locked up. Oh no. Okay.
Oh yeah, he did go after the decoys.
There's exploration, there's building, there's rescuing drakes, and there's battling monsters. So I hope you enjoy it. Lou, let's not.
Thanks for showing us Lou. Lou was awesome.
Yeah.
Retro throwback games are all the rage, but they are hard to nail. 8-bit, 16-bit era stuff, not all developers know how to do it right.
Really?
But there's one in particular that we've been showing since the very beginning of Day of the Devs 8 years ago. Their name is Tribute Games, and they're out of Montreal. And fun fact, the core creatives that made the Scott Pilgrim game in-house at Ubisoft broke away and founded Tribute. Here's their latest retro opus.
Panzer Paladin.
Why do I...
Hey everyone, my name is Frédéric Gemus, and I work as a
Well, he's
designer
got way
at
too many
Tribute
of those
Games.
thingies about his
And today I'm here to present you our latest game, Panzer Paladin. Massive weapons are raining down from the skies, releasing hordes of demons, and it is your job to travel the world and stop them from invading the planet.
Aren't they already
Today,
on the
we are
planet?
visiting Egypt, where we'll be fighting Anubis, the weapon keeper of the region.
This looks like a Game Boy Advance game.
Oh, and as you noticed, the game is boasting some pretty rad pixel art visuals for maximum nostalgia triggering goodness.
This doesn't trigger
In Panzer
nostalgia
Paladin,
for me.
you play as Grit, a giant power armor equipped with the latest technology. Grit is able to fight the demons by using their own weapons against them. As you fight your way through the game, you'll discover hundreds of different melee weapons. Each weapons fall into a different melee category, like cut or impact, making them more effective against
the
different
rocks
types
hurt
of
you,
enemies.
but not the enemies.
Each weapon is also imbued with different stats and spells. By breaking the weapon, you'll cast its spell. In that case, a sweet healing spell. As for weapon attacks, well, you can use them to do downward stabs and bounce on enemies, or do a rising attack, which acts as a double jump. Or you can simply throw them at enemies' face to deal
It's
massive
like one of
damage.
those games we used to play on
But
Switch.
watch out,
King
weapons
something.
do wear down. Keep an eye out for your weapon's durability. See, my weapon broke,
Yes,
but no
show
worries.
mine.
There are plenty
Oh.
of weapons to
I
collect
think
all
Shovel Knight
around the
looked a little
game.
bit better.
Throwing weapons at enemies or breaking them to cast powerful spells is part of what makes Panzer Paladin so much fun. But perhaps your greatest weapon in the game might just be Flame, the squire that pilots the
Left
Paladin
something
from
back
the
there.
inside. She can eject to sneak into tight spaces, or to recharge the power armor when it's low on energy using those tanks. She can swing from rings with her laser whip, or use it to strike demons as well. But, as you can see, she can't pick up the demonic weapon, as only Grit can do so. Flame can eject at any time, and you could even play the whole
There's
game as her
a
if you'd like.
Genesis game where you can do
You can
something like
sacrifice
that.
a weapon at these pedestals.
You're in a
as
vehicle
checkpoint.
and you could get out of the
Checkpoints
vehicle.
are well worth it, mainly when you encounter creatures like this one. This is the Horseman. If you hoard too many spirit weapons, the mythical creature will come to fight you. A perfectly timed block, followed by an attack, will open up any enemy's defense and create a parry. You can also use the backdash, a lightning quick move that will dodge almost any attacks, especially those unblockable energy attacks. The Horseman is a powerful enemy that you'll encounter multiple times in the game, truly challenging your swordplay skills as you progress. And by defeating the Horseman, you will be rewarded with the mysterious weapon from the blacksmith, a weapon created by the community.
Looks like a fishbone.
With the blacksmith,
Yes.
you can forge anything you want. You simply need to draw the pixel art using our simple-to-use tool, name your creation, and allocate the points to the different commanders and spell. Once saved, your friends, family, and the whole Panzer Paladin
Yeah, you got a
community
cat?
will have access to
I'm
your
a
pixel
little
crafting
confused.
armory. Set or slice a world record in the speedrun mode. Replay all levels and try to beat your friend's time, the community's best, or just your own. Find shortcuts, maximize combat techniques, and discover new ways to save time. Earn medals and place your name high up on the leaderboards. Panzer Paladin is packed with 17 carefully crafted levels, each with a unique boss, protecting a powerful weapon for you to seize. By completing your first run of the game, you'll unlock the Remix mode, where you can access alternative versions of all of the levels, upping the difficulty and doubling the fun. Yup, that's a whole lot of side-scrolling action. The game is set to release this summer for Steam and Nintendo
Does he
Switch.
major
so
in
keep an
marketing?
eye out for tribute games on all of the major social networks, and add the game to your Steam wishlist. Hope you enjoyed today's presentation, and stay
I'm curious
safe,
about all the games
everyone.
you got in the background though.
No, your stream is not broken for this next one. It's definitely in black and white. There's not a lot you can say about this game. It's super unique, it sounds awesome, and it's unlike anything you've ever seen before.
I still need a gong.
And it's from a developer named Games for Ghosts, which is a name that will make sense in about 3 seconds.
Hey, this is Jean Devette from Games for Ghosts, and I'm happy to present our work in progress.
What kind of microphone does he got?
Haunted Garage.
I don't think it's a microphone.
Haunted Garage has been in the making on and off since about
What is that? That's not a microphone.
Created by myself and Richard
I thought it was a microphone, yes.
Well, it looks weird, though.
Two of us think it's a microphone. That's what I was saying. What kind of microphone was that?
I don't know. It's a weird one. So we're a box game.
It's bigger on the inside. We're going to figure out how to use whatever said object is.
I handle the artwork, sound, and creative direction, and Richard makes it all function.
I'm trying to see the artwork. It's like
Programming
tiny.
and technical side.
I can... That's gonna probably hurt some people's eyes.
It's not even stick people. It's like, what is that?
I don't know.
It's like miniature stick person.
Lovely.
Like, stick people is too complex.
Oh, look, there's a key.
Can we pick up the key? If we get the key, can we leave? Just want the key.
Haunted Garage has taken many forms in its evolution over the years, and what started out as curious experiments with drawings and sounds has turned into a music production adventure game. Taking inspiration from games such as Myst, King's Quest, Plug and Play to Samros 3, Richard and I eventually decided to put all our experiments under one roof, interconnect all these different audio-visual toys that allow you to create an evolving musical loop.
Peter's so bored he's checking a Nintendo stream.
Lovely.
That was soccer.
So is this a spooky game?
Well, it kind of
not
does.
Really. It's haunted in the sense that you're not exactly sure who's in control or what the state of reality or context is.
Are we on a painting now?
Okay.
And Garage as in a place where dreams are realized.
This is not a dream of mine. This is not even a nightmare. This is a just why.
Not to mention,
Why was it made?
You're also creating your own evolving soundtrack to this strange little pixel adventure game, where you explore and discover new instruments and artifacts to add to your collection.
What's theirs about? Do you know yet?
Well, for one thing, it's 35 minutes at 18 and 10, so there's at least 2 games. One of the things, like the clip art, is the girl that kind of looks like.
This game is definitely about making music, but it's also about puzzling over and manipulating these little contraptions we've designed to have limited functionality, but many variables and combinations.
Or Smash?
Kind of looks like her, but it's like arms. Stuff.
Is it a full Nintendo Direct? There's a couple of things.
Haunted Garage aims to allow players to have a comfortable, creative experience. Unlike traditional digital audio workstations that can overwhelm beginners easily, the instruments in Haunted Garage provide you with a fun and non-intimidating environment to become acquainted with musical concepts.
You can let me know if this
while also
finishes
providing
early,
enough
we
room
can always
for
do
more
that.
experienced musicians to flex their creative skills within the limitations.
Probably just something about Pokemon Shield, Sword, and the DLC that came out like last week.
So far, we have only really scratched the surface in terms of what we want to make possible. We have a substantial amount of devices, artifacts, and interactive vignettes that have already been designed and waiting to be implemented. Besides Adventure Mode, we plan to introduce other game modes that will allow players to construct and capture their own full songs and packaged releases. Honor Garage version 1 is by no means a finished product, and many corners still need to be ironed out. But what we have achieved thus far is the groundwork for what we see as an exciting new adventure gaming experience. Whether it's just about going along for the ride and adventuring, or spending hours mastering your skills of
throbbing in my
crafting
head.
your perfect little jingle and sharing it with your friends.
Haunted Garage, okay. Something I'm gonna avoid.
100%.
Unless they're willing to pay me to play it.
Next up is the Eternal Cylinder from Ace
PlayStation.
Team in Chile. They've been making games for a long time, all the way back to Xenoclash, and they have a very unique personal house style. I think you'll see reflected here, and it's a bonkers game.
Hello, I'm Carlos Bordeo from the studio Ace Team, the people who made
Oh,
Rock of Ages.
Rock of Ages.
And
Ace
I'm here
Team.
to talk to you about the Eternal
Hey, Eternal Cylinder!
our upcoming game.
There you go, you found some interest.
We've already seen it.
Yeah, lovely.
It's an adventure survival game, but very different to anything out there.
'Cause you gotta worry about the cylinder.
You play as these little creatures called the Trebon. They're like a family of creatures who are born in this very surreal and alien world. The main obstacle, the main thing about the game is that it has this huge cylinder which is crushing the entire world, destroying it.
Oh, it can roll away. Nice. I wonder if we did that when I saw it the first time. Okay. Where are our safe zones?
And you have to keep on moving forward and discovering about your family, your race.
Oh, there's that
what's
safe
going
spot.
on the world, where does the cylinder come from?
And so the cylinder is stopped. Interesting.
Lovely.
Like I said before, it kind of reminds me of Spore. Oh, you knocked your buddy off. Guardian down. We're interacting.
This time, the discovery of a new statue and the knowledge it granted was not a surprise, but a welcome sign that there was someone waiting for the Trebon.
Oh.
As soon as they
We
completed
become a
the
block.
trials, of course, as was only appropriate.
It's definitely a big game and an ambitious title for Ace Team.
What's a Heffalump concepts used? Well, at least we don't drown in the water.
We really want people to explore this world and looking forward to completing the project.
I'm curious about this game. Ooh, lightning. There's a big old thingy. Yeah, I think Eternal Cylinder looks interesting.
You've probably heard of Flow, Flower,
Yes.
maybe even Journey. They're called that game company, and their latest project has been an ongoing social experience experiment that's gathered the attention of a lot of players. It's altruistic, it's compassionate, it's exactly the kind of hopeful gameplay experience that we all could use a little bit of right about now. And they've got an exclusive first look at something they've been planning for a while, just for Day of the Devs.
We are honored to be part of the Day of the Devs and Summer Game Fest. Like you, we're excited to see what indie creators and studios have been up to. It is always a great source of inspiration and a mid-year recharge for the hardworking indie developers. We're so proud to see the fast-growing indie community and filled with gratefulness from the amazing players worldwide who have been supporting us.
You're
over the
welcome.
years. As Sky approaches 1-year anniversary, we'll launch a new season, which comes with new stories, characters, and most importantly, a relaxing vacation that we all miss. Leading up to Sky's first birthday, we'll announce more surprises. Until then, please enjoy this teaser. Season
For
of
Sky.
Sanctuary.
Never heard of Sky.
Thank you.
You heard of Sky?
No.
I mean, I heard of Flow and Journey and Flower, but I never heard of Sky.
Journey.
Yeah.
Speaking of Journey,
They were indie PlayStation.
well, yeah. You know what's odd? We still haven't a release date for the 2 new consoles. Still.
No, we don't. They'll tell us later.
Later, as in probably next year.
No, it'll be this year. Later this year. Bells.
Look at all those bells. Two big birds. Oh, look.
It's an app.
Now you know that's gonna be terrible.
That's why we haven't heard of it.
It's no secret that the team at Double Fine loves a really good point-and-click adventure, and this one from Wales
Well-star
Interactive
reactive.
looks like a really, really cool expression of the genre. It's moody, it's woodsy, it's spooky, and it's really beautifully animated. This is The Night is Grey.
Hey there, hope everyone is doing okay. My name is Andre Broa and I'm the creative director at
Andre
Wilson.
Broa.
I'd like to show you
The
Night
Night
is
is
Grey.
Grey.
It's a point-and-click adventure. Whale Stork Interactive.
In this cinematic thriller, you play as Graham, who is being followed by strange wolves in the woods, until he finds a cabin with a little girl abandoned by her mother. You suspect the worst has happened, and now you're responsible for the child's survival in a strange night that keeps getting stranger. We tried for a somewhat surreal and creepy David Lynchian atmosphere.
Dude, you're gonna start a forest fire.
It'll be fine.
You just flicked a cigarette out in the middle of a forest.
Besides being a lovable character, Anna is also part of a game mechanic. As you explore scenarios and solve different puzzles with her help, you have to switch from playing on your own to carrying her along.
I think I saw this in Crawl. Why are we hiding from the scientist?
Because they're science.
Like any adventure game,
With
you have to
disease?
solve puzzles to progress. No pixel hunting, we promise. We are trying to reach
Not
the
me,
sweet
yeah.
spot between frustration and accomplishment by changing up the pace.
Wait, we started there.
Now we're back here.
Cut in love with your failure with that break.
A definition of insanity. We have wolves watching us. Awesome. Oh. She shoots you. That's helpful.
2021.
Switch, Steam, and Mac.
Day of the Devs gives us a chance to highlight really personal stories from developers who have a unique point of view. And this title from Superhot, an
Australian developer.
Andrew
Superhot.
Brophy, really is a good example of that. It's super weird. Welcome to the messed up future of Knuckle Sandwich.
Hello, my name is Andrew Brophy. I'm a game designer from Melbourne, Australia.
Yes.
I'm very pleased to have the opportunity to show you what I'm currently working on. It's a video game called
Knuckle Sandwich. I mean, in the graphics, it looks good.
It looks like Earthbound.
It looks cool, but
Mother.
Guess we're not going after the hopping popsicles.
Ah!
Popsicles?
Yeah.
Ah, that's freaky. There's a skeleton.
Oh, we gotta fight it.
I would describe it as a personal game, hiding inside an offbeat, turn-based
Poor
RPG.
eye.
What?
It's set on a fictional island off the southeast coast of Australia, where players will find themselves assuming control of a young man who moves to the island and gets wrapped up in the lives of all the people that live there. Along the way, you'll have run-ins with a dangerous gang, a fanatical cult, and a heap of other island residents.
Key.
Cool room key.
As I mentioned earlier, Knuckle Sandwich features turn-based battles. They function pretty much exactly how you would expect, except all special abilities are replaced with a huge variety of minigames.
Remind me, woman. I'm probably not gonna play this garbage.
Probably not. You okay, Peter? I'm alright.
I'm fine.
Okay. That was a powerful attack.
Anyway, that's Knuckle Sandwich in a nutshell. I hope you dig it. Thanks.
Different.
This
I'll
is
give
a
it that
really
one.
exciting one to end on. Nice final beat here. Sea of Stars from Sabotage, the creators of The Messenger. Fans of Chrono Trigger will be very excited about this one.
I don't know.
If you have been seeing this on Kickstarter, you should check it out because they've been sharing a lot of really awesome behind-the-scenes footage.
Sabotage.
Hey everyone, my name is Thierry Boulanger. I'm a creative director and co-founder at Sabotage Studio in Quebec City.
Yeah, well, look, he has,
About 2 months ago, we revealed our next game through a Kickstarter campaign.
You don't see that
And
knife?
we were
Shovel
blown away by
knife.
the response.
Shovel
Our
knife,
new game
yeah.
is called Sea of Stars. It's a turn-based RPG.
He's got a
inspired
bronze
by
pig
Red
too.
So much has happened since
And then there's a
even though it's only been 3 months.
Stormtrooper.
Yasunori Mitsuda,
Yeah.
the Chrono Trigger composer, joined the team as a guest composer. And also we're working on a playable demo, which is coming out just next month for backers. And we were also invited by Summer Game Fest to celebrate with them by putting something together. So we were delighted by the opportunity to work on an updated trailer to show some of the polished up animation we've been doing. And also give a bit more screen time to a character that some people felt endearing and wanted to see more of. And so, you know, with everything going on in the world, it seems our duty as entertainers finds new purpose. And
Will
so
that be the Bible game too?
sincerely hope that we will find enjoyment.
I want to see more of that.
Sea of Stars.
Stay safe, everyone.
That sounds familiar.
Yes, indeed.
No sounds around. Action adventure RPG.
I mean, it looks cool.
Well, Girl and Sun Boy.
It looks cool, I guess. I mean, I may play it.
Where's Shark Boy?
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I mean, it is turn-based though. Kind of reminds me of the Mana games.
This wouldn't surprise me if this is going to be on iOS. Not iOS, but on the App Store.
Probably Switch. PS4, Xbox One, maybe Steam.
They're not.
Patience. Push-ups. PCs and consoles in 2022. Oh my goodness.
2 years out.
Yeah.
We tricked you. We have one more surprise. It's a world exclusive, and it's from the creator of Pinout and Smash Hit. These are games that have literally been downloaded hundreds of millions of times. This is the creator's first console title, and it is trippy as hell.
World exclusive premiere.
World can't actually be.
Yeah, thus far I'm gonna say no. But
You're in a guy's mouth.
we got a whale's mouth. Ooh, Sonic rings. Well, not really rings. More like I was gonna say Cheerios, yeah. Breakfast cereal. Overlooked Trail?
Lovely.
Okay.
A video.
That was strange. Really, really odd.
That's it for this installment of Day of the Devs, but we'll be back in July with another Summer Game Fest Developer Showcase.
If you're looking to have your game featured in the next Day of the Devs, we'll be having an open call for submissions for the July showcase.
So keep your eyes on dayofthedevs.com for submissions opening soon.
Thank you, as always, to the generous support of our partners for making all of this possible. PlayStation, Idea Xbox, Nintendo, Epic Games Store, Steam. It takes a village of humans to make a digital event of this caliber happen, so thank you for all your support. And special thanks to Dose One, rapper, poet, composer, for lending his sounds to our soundtrack for today's broadcast. His music is dope, check it out. But stay tuned. Summer Game Fest Developer Showcase is not over yet. We've still got some surprises in store.
Thanks for you for watching, and thanks for all the developers around the world who submitted games. Bye. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Skulls. Okay, let's hope that recorded. Oh, I didn't clap.
Oh, just take a video when you clap.
Yeah, but they could be talking about July.
It has to be in that stream. Did you stop yours?
Coming up later.
Thank you. Thank you. You're the best. You're the best. Thank you very much.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and pause that there. Walk this over. Lovely. We should do something. The family show. Alright, it's gonna come in. That was a little back. Thoughts, everyone? What are you thinking?
I mean, not bad. I mean, there are a few M games probably there. Maybe.
What'd you think? Here?
Other than Crash, the only stuff that was actually like really interesting was stuff we'd already seen.
Yeah, like that skate thing.
Wasn't even new.
I noticed.
And then all the stuff it's not, they didn't show us new footage.
Yeah, early on it was like, okay, it's pretty cool. I had lots of cool stuff. Then it had some meh. Ugh. And then there was a couple here or there that you know, were like, all right, interesting. But all in all, it was an okay show. I found some stuff of interest. I was like, that's kind of cool. You know, I'd like to see more of that. But yeah, it's kind of my thoughts on it. And Crash is pretty neat looking. I'm really kind of excited they spent so much time with Crash and showed us so much Crash. I mean, I was like, ooh, sweet. So I guess that's all we got. And
yeah.
I should go ahead and see. I guess Paola Bitti will be the superstar of this stream. I thank everyone for watching.
Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.